I came back in November with a different kind of quiet, the kind that doesn't fill a room the way it used to do. I shook the hands of people who had memorized my stories, but couldn't find the man inside, the face they thought they knew. The coffee tasted different and the house seemed made for someone who laughed the way I laughed before I learned what silence caused. I sat beside the window for a winter without speaking, and cataloged the inventory of what had been lost. What the war left was a man who couldn't tell you. What the war left was a room he couldn't fill. What the war left was a discipline to carry. What the war left and carries still. They gave me medals for the things I wish had happened different. They gave me words that covered up the parts they couldn't name. I put the medals in a box and put the box inside the closet, because a piece of tin was never gonna carry the weight of the same. I don't ask for understanding from the ones who weren't beside me. I just ask for enough quiet to hear myself again. Because underneath the damage, underneath the winter, there's still a man in here who remember who he was. I just wanna be him again, even for one moment. I just wanna be him again. Silence, stain, silence. What the war left was a man who decided that surviving wasn't the same as living, and started the longer work of finding out the difference. Of finding out the difference. You were the first man I admired, who wasn't just a fantasy. You had the way of reading rooms I wanted you to teach to me. I watched how you moved between the men who had the power and the door. I studied every choice you made. I wanted to become more. Then I started being more, and you became a different thing. And the lesson you taught best of all was what a threatened teacher brings. The teacher's sin is fear of what the student has become. The teacher's sin is burning what he spent his lifetime building from. You gave me every tool I have, and then you used them against me. The teacher's sin is teaching, son, and then becoming the enemy. I think about the afternoon you told them what I planned. I think about the calculation, how deliberate, how planned. You smiled at me 2 days before and called me your best work, then dismantled every structure I had built, deliberate and curt. I don't know what you feared most, that I'd surpass or that I'd fail. Either way, the ending was the same. The teacher turned the nail. The teacher's sin is fear of what the student has become. The teacher's sin is burning everything the lessons had begun. I won't be angry here. You don't deserve my anger. You deserve something much worse, which is my absolute indifference. Everything you built in me, I used, just not for you. The teacher's sin is what he did. The student's response is this: I built a world from what you gave me, and you're not on the list. I used to know the enemy by how he held his silence, by how he used the room and how the room adjusted back. I studied him for years before I understood the method, and somewhere in the studying I learned to move like that. It happened slow the way the important changes happen, not overnight, but across the architecture of a decade. And one morning in the mirror, I recognized the posture of the man I'd spend my youth and best intentions trying to evade. need. I became the thing that I had come to dismantle. I became the thing by learning how to handle every room the way he would, every door the way he'd close it. I became the thing, and only I can know it. I don't know if this is failure or the inevitable physics of a man who wears a method long enough to wear it in. Maybe every generation builds the very thing it's fighting, and the next one learns it and begins again. I'm not asking for forgiveness, there's no absolution in this song. I'm just naming what I see in the window when it's dark enough to show the truth of things. I became the thing, and the thing is not all bad. The thing is also discipline and patience and the keeping of a code. So maybe I became the complicated version of the enemy that still had something worth becoming. I became the thing, not everything, but some of it. I became the thing, and I'm still living from it, learning what to keep from what I should have left behind. I became the thing, and now I'm trying to redesign. Smoke above the city tells me everything I need. Which men have lost their hunger, and which men have learned to bleed. I count the streets below me, and I name them every one. Every road was paid for long before the job was done. I don't celebrate the victories, I mark the date in stone. Every empire built in silence starts with being alone. Smoke in silence, that's the only life I know. Smoke in silence, where the cold and ruthless go. I'll be standing when the fires turn to ash, and everything you thought was yours didn't last. My enemies read books on how to beat a man like me, but books don't teach the patience born from real poverty. was exact. Moved so quiet by the time they knew, no turning back. They call it darkness, but it's just a room without their light. I was built to navigate exactly this kind of night. Smoke and silence, that's the only life I know. Smoke and silence, where the cold and ruthless go. I'll be standing when the fires turn to ash, and everything you thought was yours didn't last. Sat in rooms where men decided fates, shaken hands, carried nothing but mistakes, signed my name to things that history won't forgive. But every man must choose exactly how he's gonna live. Go talk to me about the light. I made my peace with the night. Thought was yours didn't last. At 2 a.m. the phone rings, and I know before I answer that someone's in a room they shouldn't be in on their own. I dress without complaint, because that's what this kind of life asks. And driving to the dark to bring somebody safely home. They never ask the ones they call how many times they've done it. They never ask what weight accumulates across the years. They just know the number, and they dial it when it's critical, and trust that I'll be standing when the dust of it clears. I am the one they call when the night gets too heavy to carry. I am the one they call when the story gets too hard to narrate. I don't ask for credit, I don't ask for a thank you. I am the one is enough for now. I pulled men from the edges of decisions that were permanent. I've sat in hospital corridors till morning turned the light. I've been the only number in the phone that still meant safety. And I've done it because someone had to do it right. But I'll tell you what nobody asks, the one they always call. He goes home to an empty room and makes his own way through the night without a number. He dialed. Who calls the one they call when he needs someone to answer? Nobody ever asked, and I never said. I am the one they call, and I answer every time. I am the one they call, not from duty, from design, because somebody has to be the steady in the storm. I am the one they call, and I was built for this and more. She didn't try to change me, that was what undid me. She didn't need me different, she just needed me there. And somewhere in the not being needed to be better, I became the closest thing to honest I could bear. She laughed at things that other people cataloged as tragic. She found the light inside the rooms I'd given up as dark. And whether she intended it or whether it was accidental, she left the kind of mark that doesn't come apart. The mark she left is in the way I hear piano now. The mark she left is in the way I make the coffee somehow. she left. I've met women since who were extraordinary in their own way. I've been beside the kind of grace that any man would want. But there's a room inside a man that only fits one furniture, and she arranged it, and it stayed exactly what she meant. I'm not broken by this, I wanna be precise. I'm not walking through my life looking backward. I'm just honest enough to name the thing she is irreplaceable. Not because no one else is good enough, but because she was exactly the specific shape of something I needed, that I hadn't known I needed. She showed it to me, and that kind of thing doesn't go away. It just becomes part of the architecture. The mark she left is the reason certain music stops me cold. The mark she left is the sentence I have never fully told. The mark she left was not a curse, it was a kind of gift. The mark she left is the best and hardest thing I carry. Every day. The mark she left. The smoke above the city tells me everything I need. Which men have lost their hunger, and which men have learned to bleed. I count the streets below me, and I name them every one. Every road was paid for long before the job was done. I don't celebrate the victories, I mark the date in stone. Every empire built in silence starts with being alone. Smoke in silence, that's the only life I know. Smoke in silence, where the cold and ruthless go. I'll be standing when the fires turn to ash, and everything you thought was yours didn't last. My enemies read books on how to beat a man like me, but books don't teach the patience born from real poverty. I watched and waited till the timing was exact. Moved so quiet by the time they knew, no turning back. They call it darkness, but it's just a room without their light. I was built to navigate exactly this kind of night. Smoke and silence, that's the only life I know. Smoke and silence, where the cold and ruthless go. I'll be standing when the fire's turned to ash, and everything you thought was yours didn't last. I've sat in rooms where men decided fates, shaking hands that carried nothing but mistakes. Sign my name to things that history won't forgive, but every man must choose exactly how he's going to live. Don't talk to me about the light. I made my peace with the night. That's the only life I know. Smoke and silence, smoke and silence, where the cold and ruthless go. I'll be standing when the fire's turned to ash, and everything you thought was yours didn't last. Every man who ever doubted me became a stepping stone. Every door they closed in front of me became a road I own. Every word they said to break me down became the fuel I burned. And everything they tried to hide from me, I took back and earned. I used to pray against them, pray they change or go away. Now I thank the Lord for every single one of them today. Thank God for my enemies. They sharpened every edge I have. 7 years. The woman who betrayed the plan before it could appear. The mentor who dismantled what he spent his lifetime teaching. They all became the architects. Everything I'm reaching. I thank them all again. You can't be forged without the heat. You can't be sharpened without friction. Every trial was a teacher, every loss was a decision that made me exactly that. They meant it for my ending, but God meant it for my rising. And I rose, and I rose, and I rose, and I thank God for my enemies, every single necessary one. Thank God for my enemies. Look at what they've done. They built me past their ceiling, past the walls they tried to place. Thank God for every enemy. I see their gift in every scar on my face. Yeah, yeah. I built things that will stand when no one knows my name is on them. I laid foundations under buildings people walk above. I made decisions that will echo 40 years in ripples that nobody will trace back to the source of where they come from. That's how I wanted it, not from a lack of pride, but from a deeper understanding of what permanence requires. The man who builds for credit builds a different kind of structure than the man who builds because the thing itself requires. The invisible legacy is the one that doesn't ask for a plaque. The invisible legacy is the thing that holds the world in the bag of the mind of every person who was shaped by what you made. The invisible legacy is the longest kind of mark a man has laid. My name will not be on the bridge, but I know where I put the steel. My name will not be on the building, but I know which floor is real. I did the work that needed doing at the level that it needed, and I sleep the way a man sleeps when his conscience is completed. They will wonder how it held so long. They will study what was underneath. They will find the quality of something built by someone who believed that the work itself was the reward, and left it at that. I built this without needing you to know it was me, and that is everything I ever wanted to be. The invisible legacy is the one the centuries will find. The invisible legacy is the one that doesn't need a sign. I built it, I am done now. I can go in peace at last. The invisible legacy is the only one that lasts. I was born in the dark before I knew what light was for. In rooms where men worked tired and walls held quiet wars. No silver in the bloodline, no safety net below. Just a fire in my chest and nowhere else to go. They said that where you start in life is where you're meant to end. That blood will tell on everything, and fate will never bend. But I have watched the ceilings fall on men who thought they stood above, and I have seen the floors become the thrones of those who chose to shove. I am not what I was given, I am what I chose to take. but I will not die there. I was built from the cold, but I carry the fire. Every scar on my hands is a chapter of proof that a man who wants nothing can never take you. Born in the dark, born to rise. I wore the same clothes for a season, not from shame but choice. I was saving every fragment, building power, finding voice. I studied every man above me, how he walked and where he slipped. And I waited till I knew the game before I made my trip. They say you cannot choose your beginning, but you own your middle page. And I have written every chapter of my life in careful rage. I was born in the dark, but I will not die there. I was built from the cold, but I carry the fire. Every scar on my hands is a chapter of proof that a man who wants nothing can never take you. To every man who's standing at the bottom, looking up, to every hand that's empty and every empty cup, to every voice that told you that your blood decides your worth, let them watch, just let them watch, let them see what you're worth. You were born for more than what they gave you at the start. You were built from harder things, let it show the world your heart. I was born in the dark and I carried my own light. I was written off before I started and I own the night. I was born in the dark, and I carried my own light. I was written off before I started, and I own the night. I was born in the dark, but I will not die there. I was built from the cold, but I carry the fire. Every scar on my hands is a chapter of proof. Every road that they closed, I made into a truth. Born in the dark, born to rise, born to prove that the dark made me. Born to dark. I was born in the dark before I knew what light was for. In rooms where men worked tired and walls held quiet wars. No silver in the bloodline, no safety net below. Just a fire in my chest and nowhere else to go. They They said that where you start in life is where you're meant to end. That blood will tell on everything and fate will never bend. But I have watched the ceilings fall on men who thought they stood above. And I have seen the floors become the thrones of those who chose to shove. I am not what I was given, I am what I chose to take. Every version of myself before was practice for what I would make. I was born in the dark, but I will not die there. I was built from the cold, but I carry the fire. You sat beside me at the table that I built. You wore my trust like armor, felt no guilt. I handed you the keys to everything I made. You used them to unlock the door to my own grave. A man can take a bullet and survive the wound, but betrayal from a brother leaves a different kind of ruin. Even kings must kneel before the weight of what they've lost. Even stone must crack beneath the cold, relentless frost. I've been where the loyal turn to wolves without a warning sign. Even kings must kneel, but not for long, not this time. I watched you at my funeral, dressed in mourning black. You cried the kind of tears only a traitor cries, in fact. I stood among the shadows and I let the moment shine. Sometimes the most powerful thing a man can do is leave. They said I should have seen it coming. Maybe that is true, but I was too busy building what you planned to take from me and you. Even kings must kneel before the weight of what they've lost. Even stone must crack beneath the cold, relentless frost. I've been where the loyal turn to wolves without a warning sign. Even kings must kneel, but not for long, not this time. Lord knows I tried to keep my hands clean. Lord knows I tried to see what you meant. But some lessons come at too high a price, and some men only teach once. You took what I love. You took what I built. You took what I built. You left me with nothing. ask me now if I regret the road that I have walked. I pour my drink in silence. Kings don't talk. At 2 a.m. the phone rings, and I know before I answer that someone's in a room they shouldn't be in on their own. I dress without complaint because that's what this kind of life asks, and drive into the dark to bring somebody safely home. They never ask the ones they call how many times they've done it. They never ask what weight accumulates across the years. They just know the number, and they dial it when it's critical, and trust that I'll be standing when the dust of it clears. I am the one they call when the night gets too heavy to carry.
I am the one they call
When the story gets too hard to narrate. I don't ask for credit, I don't ask for a thank you.
I am the one they call,
And that is enough for now. I've pulled men from the edges of decisions that were permanent. I've sat in hospital corridors till morning turned to light. I've been the only number in the phone that still meant safety, and I've done it because someone had to do it right. But I'll tell you what nobody asks, the one they always call. He goes home to an empty room and makes his own way through the night without a number. He could die. Who calls the one they call? a steady in the storm.
I am the one they call.
And I was built for this and more. I watched my father age inside a room that fear had built. He carried every decision like a lifetime full of guilt. His hands were always steady, but his eyes had learned to hide the cost of what he'd built for us and kept us all inside. He called me to his bedside in the winter of his reign and handed me the burden with a pride that looked like pain. The son inherits everything the father chose to bear, the weight of every promise made and every silent prayer. The throne was never golden, it was iron in disguise. And I became my father through my father's own demise. The son inherits I wear his coat in winter when the business calls me out. I learned his way of listening so I never have to shout. The men who served him bow to me, they think they see him still. And maybe that's the greatest gift, to carry forward his will. Some sons inherit money, some inherit names and land. I inherited a kingdom that required a steady hand. The son inherits everything the father chose to bear, the weight of every promise made and every silent prayer. The throne was never golden, it was iron in disguise. And I became my father through my father's own demise. I never told him that I understood until the day I couldn't anymore. I never told him that I forgave the life he chose behind that door. I would have chosen different, but I would have chosen him every time, every weight, every burden, and every sin. The son inherits everything, including what he cannot say.
I walked into a room that didn't know my name. I sat at the table like I'd already made my claim. The men around me measured me the way they measure things, by where you come, who you know, and what your silence brings. Let them have their calculations, let them size me up. I've been the unknown quantity before, I know this cup. New territory, same man. Every room I enter is a new but equal chance. New territory, nothing except everything I've earned. New territory, watch what happens when a new man learns. I didn't ask permission for the seat that I required. I didn't introduce myself through men they had admired. I made one deal, one clean deal, and let the deal speak. By the second week they knew my name, and by the third, my week. Respect is not a thing you're given in a room like this. It accumulates with everything you don't dismiss. New territory, same man. Every room I enter is an equal playing chance. New territory, same code. The map is new, but everything I am, I own and hold. The men who ran this ground before ran it on assumption that nobody new would walk in here with this level of preparation, of patience, of readiness, of not needing to be known. Let the work announce me, I let the silence set the tone. I am not here to take what's yours. I am here because this is mine. New territory, same man. The territory changes. I didn't celebrate when it began to fall. I made a cup of tea and read the morning papers. I noted what had happened, what the numbers showed, and poured a second cup for later. I have been waiting for this particular arithmetic for longer than most people keep a patience. And the satisfaction is exactly what I thought, but quieter, and nothing like elation. Watch it fall. Everything they built, watch it fall. Every stone and stilt. I don't need applause, I don't need to see it close. Watch it fall from the window of everything it cost. They overreached, that was the first mistake. The second was forgetting what they'd started. The third was building everything on what they'd taken from a man who never once in 7 years departed from the plan, from the patience, from the point. And you don't destroy a man's empire by attacking it directly. You wait until the weight of it becomes the thing that ends it. Watch it fall. Everything they stole, watch it fall. Every page for roll. I don't need the credit, I don't need the name on stone. Watch it fall from the window of everything I own. I feel no rage about this. The rage was used as fuel years ago. What I feel right now is something closer to an accountant looking at a final row of numbers that balances. Watch it fall, the architecture of a lie. I'm not at the door waiting, I'm not making a sound. Watch it fall from the window and let it settle in the ground. She wore the kind of silence that a man could live inside. She never asked me what I did or told me where to hide. She poured my coffee every morning like the world was clean, and loved me past the edges of the
the places I had been. I told her she deserved a better world than mine to walk. She said she chose me knowing, and we never spoke of it again in talk. Ivory and ash, that's what we were. A beautiful collision of the clean and the obscure. She was the light I never felt I'd earned the right to hold, and I was the fire that kept her warm and left her in the cold. Ivory and ash. I missed the night she needed me. There was business to attend. I told myself I'd make it right. That isn't how it ends. She left no letter, left no word, just a gardenia on the sill, the kind she always wore in spring. I keep it with me still. A man can rule a city, hold the dark within his fist, but can't explain the warmth that comes from being truly missed. Ivory and ash, that's what we were. A beautiful collision of the clean and the obscure. She was the light I never felt I'd earned the right to hold, and I was the fire that kept her warm and left her in the cold. I have stood in rooms where powerful men wept. I have never understood it till tonight. I have signed my name to things I can't take back, but nothing cost as much as losing her to this life. She was the only thing I built that mattered, and I let the work destroy the one thing that was real. Ivory and ash,
Ivory and ash,
that's what we were.
that's what we were.
A beautiful destruction of the clean against the blur. She was the grace I never felt I'd earned the right to keep, and I am the winter she deserved to never have to meet. Ivory and ash. Ivory and ash. You sat beside me at the table that I built. You wore my trust like armor
felt no guilt. I handed you the keys to everything I made. You used them to unlock the door to my own grave. A man can take a bullet and survive the wound, but betrayal from a brother leaves a different kind of ruin. Even kings must kneel before the weight of what they've lost. Even stone must crack beneath the cold, relentless frost. I've been where the loyal turn to wolves without a warning sign. Even kings must kneel, but not for long. Not this time. Dressed in mourning black, you cried the kind of tears only a traitor cries. In fact, I stood among the shadows and I let the moment black. Sometimes the most powerful thing a man can do is leave. They said I should have seen it coming. Maybe that is true, but I was too busy building what you plan to take from me and you. Even kings must kneel, all before the weight of what they've lost. Even stone must crack beneath the cold, relentless frost. I've been where the loyal turn to wolves, all without a warning sign. Even kings must kneel, but not for long. Not this time. Not this time. Oh, Lord knows I tried to keep my hands clean. Lord knows I tried to see what you meant, but some lessons come at too high a price, and some men only teach once. You took what I loved, you took what I built, you left me with nothing but the fire and the wind. Oh, they ask me now if I regret the road that I have walked. I pour my drink in silence. Kings don't talk. I didn't celebrate when it began to fall. I made a cup of tea and read the morning papers. I noted what had happened
what the numbers showed, and poured a second cup for later. I have been waiting for this particular arithmetic for longer than most people. Keep a patience, and the satisfaction is exactly what I thought, but quieter, and nothing like elation.
Watch it fall.
Everything they built,
Watch it fall.
every stone, and still I don't need applause, I don't need to see it close. Watch it fall from the window of everything it cost. They overreached, that was the first mistake. The second was forgetting what they'd started. The third was building everything on what they'd taken from a man who never once in 7 years departed. From the plan, from the patience, from the point. You don't destroy a man's empire by attacking it directly. You wait until the weight of it becomes the thing that ends it.
Watch it fall.
Everything they stole,
Watch it fall.
every paid for role. I don't need the credit, I don't need the name on stone. Watch it fall from the window of everything I own. I feel no rage about this. The rage was used as fuel years ago. What I feel right now is something closer to an accountant looking at a final row of numbers that balances.
Watch it fall.
The architecture of a lie.
Watch it fall.
The way things do in time. I'm not at the door waiting, I'm not making a sound. Watch it fall from the window and let it settle in the ground. I shook his hand a little longer than I had to. I looked him in the eye the way you do when it's the last. I didn't say the words that would have told him what was coming. I just memorized his face and let the moment pass. She poured the coffee one more time and stood beside the window. I watched her like a man who's memorizing light. I took the coat, I took the key, I left the photograph behind, and closed the door so gently, like it wasn't closing night. This is the last goodbye that nobody will name. This is the door that closes and never opens the same. I don't get a ceremony, I don't get a final scene, just a morning full of ordinary things, and the space between. I drove through every street that built the man I was becoming. I stopped once at the corner where the whole thing had begun. I sat with it for longer than a ghost has got the right to, then pointed toward the highway, and I drove into the sun. No anger in the leaving, no regret in the design, just the understanding that some exits aren't resignations, they are simply time. This is the last goodbye, the kind that goes unsaid. This is the last goodbye for a man the world thinks dead. Not gone, just somewhere different, not lost, just finally free. This is the last goodbye from the last version of me. There was a version of my life that looked a certain way. A bigger room, a longer table, more men doing what I say. I was almost there, the door was barely inches from my hand, when I looked back and saw the only thing I'd ever planned.
kitchen lit in yellow, and a voice I recognized as the only thing that mattered. If I stripped away the lies, I turned around from everything I'd spent a decade chasing, and I walked back into ordinary, and I call it amazing. This is the one I chose instead of everything I could have been. This is the life I picked above the empire and the dream. I don't know if I got it right by the measures men keep score, but I know that I chose this, and I choose this evermore. The men I knew who took the throne, I watched them from a distance. Some built more than I did, some lost more than they'd admit. I raised my children in a house that always smelled like dinner, and I don't think I lost the game. I think I changed what winning meant. The empire would have taken what I gave to her instead. The throne would have required the very thing I valued more than any crown could ever pay me back. Quiet devastation, not sadness, just truth. I chose this, I would choose this every single time. This is the one I chose instead. Not the lesson, just the real. This is the life that cost me everything that I was glad to feel. Not the story that they write about, not the name they carve in stone, but the one that called me back every time I wandered from home. Mm-hmm.